And good day, this is Kent Barnes, Superintendent of Schools for the Holly Area School District. And I'd like to share some information with you regarding your and my Holly Area School District. Today is Monday, December the 10th, and I'd like to just offer a couple of kudos to our students and staff. The results of the fall sportsmanship polling for Flint Metro League: 5 Broncos teams received best sportsmanship votes from the opposing teams, their coaches. Most notably, our varsity girls golf team that received 4 opposing coaches' votes. Now, being chosen by half your opponents here in the Metro League, that's a nice thought. The recent Holly Robotics Team competition afforded our team a sportsmanship award. Recently, 2 of our Holly High School thespian troupe traveled to the Saginaw Valley and competed for college scholarships, and they left with combined offers of approximately $100,000. Thanks also to our staff and students for the production of White Christmas. It was a wonderful time for all who attended and participated. And then a very simple thing. In athletics, we always try to place an emphasis on the safety for the student athlete. Recently, as I've just been walking through the middle school, I've been watching Mr. Mattingly and Mr. Walters as they coach our middle school wrestlers. I have been so impressed by the emphasis they place on safety, just as all of our coaches do, I'm sure. But I just had the firsthand observation of watching them continually talk about the appropriate manner in which you do holds and such in wrestling to protect and keep individuals safe. One last thought today. Tomorrow, evidently, is going to be an exciting day in Lansing. Protests, things of that nature regarding right to work and other things. What I want to share with you is this. Within these podcasts, within my Barnes Grams, within any communication that I do, my point is to convey information. I have tremendous concerns about some of the proposed legislative items regarding the EAA, regarding many facets, regarding establishing basically a new public school system in the state of Michigan. I have concerns about the personal property tax. No one disagrees that it needs to go, but the funding of those dollars that we get from that tax, how will they be redone? There's several other things that are too long for this short podcast. But my point to you is this. All of these things are ongoing in Lansing right now. The key is everything is going so fast. In my 40 years, almost 40 years now in education, I have not seen good public policy done at this speed. Now, there is nothing wrong inherently with a lot of what's being discussed and proposed, except the discussed part is lacking. I encourage all of you that are listening to this podcast to become more knowledgeable about what the House and the Senate are doing, everything from concealed weapons to education to personal property tax. There is so much that's being done right now. I fear that things are going to be glossed over because normally from Thanksgiving to Christmas, the average individual, his or her mind is not on politics. I would ask our legislators to slow down, wait till the new legislature is in session, and have appropriate dialogue, appropriate discussion. A very simple thing. Within the new funding mechanism that's being discussed, special education is really not discussed. Special education has to be discussed. Now, many people are saying, well, what are you wanting to offer as opposed to what the legislators are they're offering? That's a fair question. Let's talk, and there are people far more articulate within all of the groups, far more articulate than I am, to discuss those things. But glossing over the race of the pace equals frustration with legislation. An old policy professor of mine had that equation, and I think it still stands. In any event, I thank you for watching this short podcast, and please note that the intent of these podcasts is to provide information. Obviously, you make up your own mind. My goal is to provide information. My goal is to share with you the thoughts, concerns that I have regarding the proposed legislation, and then you have to make up your own mind. I would encourage you to call, phone, email your local legislators if you feel that things are simply going too fast. Even in this weekend's Oakland Press, under the Our Opinion portion, there was the thought that simply said, reforms to education need to be done in a timely fashion, not necessarily in a lame duck session. Now, that's not an exact quote, but I appreciate the Oakland Press for that thought. So, in any event, I thank you very much. I will be talking with you soon via podcast, Barnes Graham, or in person. Until then, have a great day. Bye bye now.